Hello, my name is Andrew Simpson, ASAM 320-50, Spring 2020. My show is called Bank Crew. The theme of the show is courage and perseverance, especially for my character Marty, who goes through a traumatic event but decides to reclaim it by becoming a criminal with some heart. My characters include Marty, who's the lead of the crew, played by Lou Diamond Phillips, an explosive expert, Linda, who is played by Brenda Song, my muscle, Bobby, who is played by John Cho, and the old lead of the crew, whose name is Frankie, and played by Rick Yoon. The bank heist follows a gang of misfits that comes together to rob banks. The lead character is Marty, a teller at a bank with no prior criminal activity. He is working at the bank one day when they are held at gunpoint. Frankie walks right up to Marty and points a gun at him, forcing him to get on the ground. He tells Marty to get on the ground or he will be dead. He then motions for his partners to go to the back. Both Linda and Bobby proceed to the back to crack the vault and get the money. Little does Bobby know there is a security guard behind him trying to line up a shot to kill Frankie. Frankie begins to point his gun at Marty and shouts at him that he is going to blow him away. Right then, Frankie gets shot and dies from a security guard hiding in the front. The security guard runs to the back to try and stop the rest of the crew, but both Bobby and Linda escape through the back with some money avoiding the cops. Marty is shaken up after all of this and loses his job from the bank because they are forced to close because of the robbery. He decides the best way to get back his identity is to replace Frankie and join the crew in robbing banks. He's able to track down both Linda and Bobby at a local saloon. He tells both of them that he would be perfect fit to join their crew because of his background knowledge in banks. Linda responds, saying, "Why would they want a coward citizen like him in their crew?" He responds by telling them that he knows the location of a priceless Gukazi painting being held at a local auction for bidding and that it will be happening tomorrow at noon. Bobby responds by saying he better be telling the truth because this is his first test. They leave telling him to meet at their house at 10 a.m. Marty gets there early at 9:30 a.m. to scope out the place to make sure that he is not being set up. After setting out there for about a half an hour, he knocks on the door. Bobby opens the door, saying that I didn't expect you to actually show up. Linda tells him he better spill the beans about the job now or he's going to be in trouble. Marty tells them that he has been in this bank before because of his prior work experience and knows the layout pretty well. He tells them about this side door for only employees that many of the workers use for smoke breaks. He says that this is a weakness of the bank and they can catch them off guard by taking advantage of this fact. Linda and Bobby both agree with this plan. Marty asks Linda what exactly her role is with the group because Bobby is clearly the muscle, so what does she do? Insulted by this comment, she tells him that she's an expert with explosives and just loves blowing things up, so he better stay out of her way. Marty agrees and asks what he is supposed to do if he runs into trouble because he does not have a gun. Bobby hands him a gun and tells him to be careful out there. The three of them head over to the bank and see that the side door is open with an employee smoking outside on what looks to be a perfect time to strike. Marty walks over to him and strikes up a conversation about derivatives in the stock market when Bobby comes up behind him and punches him in the back of the head, knocking him out cold. Bobby and Linda head to the back of the vault to the Gukazi, where the Gukazi is being held, while Marty goes to the front of the bank and tells everyone to get down unless they want to die. Everyone there listens and gets down on the ground. Marty makes sure that he finds the security guard and takes his weapon because of what happened to the old crew leader. Then boom, there's a big explosion. Marty walks over to make sure that everything is okay when he notices a cop pointing a gun at Linda. He sees this and shoots him before Linda is shot, saving her life. The three of them with the Gukazi run out of the bank to the safe house before they are caught. Back at the safe house, Linda gives Marty a kiss for saving her life and says they need to go out for dinner as a way of showing her gratitude for him saving her life. As Catherine Arendock of Vulture explains, That's one answer for why there are so many crime. There's one answer for why there are so many crime stories on TV. They let us imagine an alternate existence where we could smash the current social order and run berserk through the streets. The demand for more crime-based television is definitely out there, and I think this meets the demand. This show would be successful because of the success of shows like Breaking Bad. The crime comedy was widely successful and had a cult-like following. I believe that this would have a similar group of fans.